Okay, so we're going to do a little demo here of TKG and Portworx. First, we're going to create a TKG workload cluster. We already have the management stuff provisioned, as you see on the right there. And we're just going to launch my TKG Portworx cluster. 3 worker nodes, just something basic so it'll spin up quick. We can kind of get the bare minimum to get everything working. Takes about 3 minutes. I sped that up if you didn't notice. And now we're up and running. So we're going to grab the config so I can actually control the cluster through kubectl. Oops, spell it right. All right, there we go. Switch my context. Look at my nodes. All right, everything's up and running. Hooray. Now, the first thing you're going to apply for Portworx, so the clusters are up. So now I'm going to apply a Vsphere secret. That contains my credentials into Vsphere. That tells Portworx how to talk to vCenter in order to deploy block devices for it to use. So Portworx then install the operator. The operator now takes an input from this spec. So we're going to just go through and generate one just to show you, like if you go to central.portworx.com, you can sign up and do one of these today. Go through, you can select cloud, Vsphere. You can add multiple disks and a little bit of information, your vCenter endpoint with IP address and the prefix to the data stores. So you can add multiple. And this is going to create 1 per worker node, right? So I can set these to thin, anything like that. So it'll actually create that. Now, missing something. I'm missing something. Type it in. There we go. Virtual center, the whole name. Type in the whole name, John. There we go. Okay, we have some other settings you can check. We're not OpenShift, it's not PKS, so there are other things if you just want to see what's in there, what to change. I'm not changing any of that. I'll enable CSI because I want to use that, and enable monitoring. It'll install Prometheus for you. So, I already did the apply the operator portion, so we're just going to apply this spec, but I'm going to download it so I can use it again in this demo in case anything goes on. So I'm going to apply that spec here in a second. I'll type the word correctly. There we go. TKG.px, there we go. That kicks off the install process and a bunch of containers will start. So you have the CSI extension, the cluster, the PX cluster, that's the actual nodes that will grab the devices. And so as these start, I'm speeding it up a little because it takes about 5 minutes total. It's going to start creating devices on the worker nodes on the Vsphere host. So you'll see that now that TKG Portworx cluster worker is now has an additional disk. In a second, you'll see a 3rd disk show up, because in this smaller cluster, it's creating a dedicated device for the KVDB to go onto. And in just a second, we'll see this finish up. There's the 3 hard disks, and the other nodes are finishing as well. You can see they still say 0.1 for the API. And then once those say 1.1, we are finished. And the KVDB is going to start. There'll be 3 of those. Yay. And now we're looking at not the watch anymore. We'll just run a little command to verify what's going on inside of Portworx. So with Pxctl Status will tell us there's the 3 nodes. Each one has 150 gig disk for a 450 gigabyte pool, and you can see that there's a KVDV path. That's that extra disk, so that we can put that config data in there. So hopefully you enjoyed this demo and know that you can now fully use Portworx with TKG. Thank you.